All right, let's try to recall how to find the equation of a line from 2 points. We said yesterday that there were 3 steps. Step 1 was find the slope. Whoops, that went really crazy, really fast. Sorry about that. Let me try again. Oh, I see. Step 1 was find the slope. Step 2 was use the formula. Step 3 was solve for y. So let's put those in action. So the first thing I need to do for these 2 points, it says find the equation of a line that passes through the points -5, 9, and 10, 18, is to do some work to find the slope. So I'm going to use the stack method because that's the one I like best. 5, 9, 10, 18. And so I need to find the changes. Remember that the y's are over here and x's are over here, so I'm going to find the change in y and the change in x. And when I'm thinking about slope, I need to find the change in y divided by the change in x. So the change in y, it goes from 9 to 18, that's plus 18. And so I'm going to put 18 on the top of my fraction down here. I'll try to write that a little bit more legibly, sorry. And then -5 to 10 is plus 15. Okay, if you're not sure how to find that, you could always do 10 minus -5. So take the second piece minus the first piece, and you can find that that is 15, because 10 minus a negative is like adding, so 10 plus 5 is 15. So this is plus 18 over plus 15, and so when I work that out, I noticed that both 18 and 15 are divisible by 3, so I'm going to reduce that so I can deal with a nicer fraction. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. All right, so one step down, now I need to use the formula. So you have to remember this formula. It's y minus something equals something times x minus something. And you can write yourself the little notes. Y's go with y's, m goes in front of the parentheses, that's a slope, and x goes with x's. And so now I'm going to fill this thing in. So what we noticed yesterday is that it does not matter which point you choose. I tend to choose the point that has both positives if there is one, and that's 10 and 18. So the y from that point is 18. The x from that point is 10. So I'm going to put the y with the y and the x with the x. And I just found that my slope is 6/5. So I'm going to write 6/5 right there. All right, so I have y minus 18 equals 6/5 x minus 10. So I've done step 2 now, so I've checked off step 1, step 2, now I need to solve for y. And when we do this, I'll do it in purple here, I need to start by distributing. So 6/5 times x is 6/5 x. And then 6/5 times -10 is going to give me a negative because it's positive times a negative. And then to do this, I do 10 divided by 5, and that is 2, times 6 is 12. If you're not sure how to do that in your head, you can just type in 6 divided by 5 times 10 in the calculator, and you will get 12. So 2 strategies available to you, whichever one you want to use. And so I have y minus 18 because I haven't done anything there. Now, since I have minus 18 with the y, I'm going to add 18 to get rid of it. And so I get y is equal to 6/5 x plus 6. And that should be my final answer. All right, let's look at the second one. All right, so I'm going to highlight my 2 points here. So step 1, hopefully you remember, is to find the slope. So I'll stack them up again. 4, -5. I write the points just as they are. And now I'm going to find my delta y and my delta x, and then I'll find delta y divided by delta x. I like to write that stuff in at the start, just so I have a roadmap before I get caught up in the arithmetic. -7 to -5 is plus 2, and 12 to 4 is -8. And so my delta y is plus 2, my delta x is -8. And so the minus on the bottom is going to make the whole thing negative, and 2/8 reduces to 1/4 because they're both divisible by 2. All right, I've got my slope. Oops. So now I'm going to plug it into the formula. Y minus blank equals blank times x minus blank. And the y goes with the y, the slope is out front, x goes with x. Now, neither of my points are totally positive this time, so it doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm going to choose 4, negative 5, because those numbers look a little nicer to me. So the y value from that point is negative 5, so I'm going to plug in negative 5. Make sure you have two negative signs there, because the minus is part of the formula, the negative is part of the negative 5. The x value is 4, so I'll plug that in there, and my slope was negative 1/4. I'll get rid of my little notes down here and my blanks, because I'm working on Notability, I can do that. And so now I'm going to take a moment to distribute. And I'm on my last step here. This is step 3, solve for y. So negative 1/4 times x is negative 1/4 x. It's kind of the way that always will work out. And negative 1/4 times negative 4, negative and a negative will make a positive. And then you can type in 1 divided by 4 times 4 in your calculator if you want. Or you can think to yourself, 4 divided by 4 is 1. And so 1 times 4 is, or 1 times 1 is 1. So mental math should give you 1 as well. A negative and a negative will make this a positive. So y minus a negative 5 is just like plus 5. And now I'm going to take away 5. And so I get y is equal to negative 1/4 x minus 4. And again, there's my final answer. Hopefully you found this helpful. You're going to be quizzed on it later in the hour, so make sure you have these notes handy and that you have them clear so that you can make sense of them. You might want to back up through this little video and make any kinds of notes that you want to make that might help you to remember this process. For instance, you might number the steps as they're presented in the problem here, or highlight them according to what we wrote up here at the top.